I had in that moment agreed to do more than I was capable of, didn't evaluate the candidates properly. I just wasted your time, I wasted the candidates' time, and I wasted my time.
Hi you guys, I'm Kate with Northwest, and today I'm sitting down with our recruiting manager, Nick. Nick, when business is moving really fast and there's a lot of pressure to fill roles really quickly, how do you balance all those different priorities?
I mean, yeah, it's tough, right? Everybody has their top priority is their top priority, and I'm trying to work on all those at the same time. So how do you prioritize that? You got to have conversations with them. You have to be honest with yourself about what you can do and what you're capable of. If you're not, you're just going to overpromise and inevitably underdeliver. A specific example I can think of is here we were hiring for multiple groups at our company, right? 10 different positions across 10 different groups. So they weren't the same role, right? Different roles needing different skill sets, needing different evaluations of how they're going to do their job, and with that, it's a lot of time to try and get that all done. So we had a high expectation of filling all these different roles in a quick amount of time, right? So what I had done in that moment was naively say, "Yeah, I'll do it all. I can handle it for you, no problem." So going through the process, we have, let's just say we have, a software role, we have a customer service role, we have an accounting role, all very different, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm saying, I'll do it all right here now, evaluate everybody the same way. You can't evaluate them the same way. It just doesn't work that way. So you're giving hiring managers a pretty poor experience by saying hey, this is a great candidate because they would be great for this manager. Mm-hmm. Different position, different manager. Maybe a good culture fit, but skills are off, something like that. So you're not able to evaluate them in a proper way to really make sure you're providing good people. So I had rushed through all this, bunch of candidates brought in. If I'm honest with myself, probably didn't know them well enough to say, "Hey, hiring manager, you need to go meet with this person. They're great," right? So I had in that moment agreed to do more than I was capable of, didn't evaluate the candidates properly, didn't prep the hiring managers properly about what the candidates are capable of. So when the hiring managers come into the interview, they're like, "I don't really know who this is and why are they here?" And I'm like, yep, I just wasted your time, I wasted the candidates' time, and I wasted my time. You have to be honest with the people you're working with. I had to take a step back and be like, I'm not capable of all of this. I need help, or I can only focus on a certain amount. Right. So when I'm talking to the hiring managers, I can devote, 5 hours of my day to this role because this is a really high priority. I can only give you guys 2 hours each for these roles. That's going to mean these two might take longer. They might go faster. You never know when you're going to get the right candidate coming through the door, but you have to be honest with them about their expectations of myself, right? And I have to be honest with myself about what I can actually do for them.
All right, that was a lot of great information, but time for a little bit of a mental break. Before I was a business guide, I was a meteorologist. And you may always wonder, why is the sky blue? Great question. The sun gives off white light, or all of the colors of the rainbow, and that white light hits our atmosphere. The blue light comes from that white light hitting the atmosphere and scattering. The shorter blue wavelength is what we wind up seeing as it reflects and refracts in the atmosphere around us. But then you might also wonder, why is it sometimes red closer to sunset? Excellent question. You get more particulate matter down near the surface, down near the ground. Think smog and dust and debris in the air. So as that same light comes in, the red wavelengths are the ones making it through while everything else is hitting all of that debris and stopping. Kind of a fun fact. Back to the interview.
So Nick, what advice would you give an entrepreneur who's trying to hire new employees while still running the day-to-day of their business and they don't have hiring managers to outsource these things to?
Yeah, it just comes back to being honest with yourself about what you can accomplish, but you also need to know what's going to be most important to your business, right? Is it going to be making sure you have 25 customers taken care of to make sure you made your quota for the day, right? And then you can focus on everything else. Or is it you come down to the conclusion, I can't support any of my clients because I don't have enough help, so I need to go hire somebody, and that's the highest priority. So you need to put your focus there. So you need to understand your priorities and what's going to be most important for you to accomplish as a business owner. But then at the same time, you need to allow time to work on those things to create room for growth and improvement. So be honest with yourself about what you can handle, what needs to get done, and then see what time you have left to accomplish everything else.
I love it. Nick, thank you so much for sitting down with us today. If you like this video, hit subscribe. And if you have more questions about growing a business, comment them down below and we'll make a video about it. We'll see you next time.